I'm going to be talking about how to deal with heartbreaks. Yeah, how to deal with heartbreaks. Heartbreaks are so, common in the society. These are things that whether you like it or not, every one of us is going to have to pass through it one time or the other. Whether you're the one who is used to jilting people, a day will come for you when you will be the one jilted by your lover or by your whoever it is you're in a relationship with. Guys, you're welcome to another beautiful day with me, and my name is Obinje. If you're just seeing me for the first time, then I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to my channel. The name of my channel is Obinje Talk, and that's because on this channel I talk about love, life, marriage, and basically everything that has to do with your relationship. How do you go through it? How do you deal with it? How do you pass through that pain that you're feeling? Because trust me, the pain you're going to be going through is such an emotional pain that a lot of people unfortunately have made a mess out of it, and they just can't wrap their heads around basically what they are faced with. But you and I know that heartbreaks are terrible. Just picture someone you've always wanted to spend the greater part of your life with, someone you'd want to walk down the aisle with, someone that maybe you wanted to be the father of her kids, or you wanted her to be the mother of your kids, or just whatever the situation is, and that person walks up to you one day and tells you that this relationship is over, he or she doesn't feel the thing anymore, and you're begging the person, and the person is like, no, I've made up my mind, I don't want to continue this relationship with you, go find someone else. Or maybe the person comes and tells you that I found somebody else who I think fits or suits basically what I'm looking for, so let's call off the relationship. If you are passing through that stage, or you probably know someone who is passing through that stage, then this video is for you, because I'm going to be telling you what you can do to get over it. Mark my words, I'm not saying that it's going to be any easy. That's a lie. Getting over a heartbreak is not as easy as you and I would think. It's one of the most difficult things that you would ever have to pass through in your life, because your emotions are running wild here. But of course, we all do get through it, don't we? We do, yes. So I'm going to be giving tips on how you can get over these heartbreaks and get back into what you love doing, get your life back on track. And for those of you who have actually gotten over your heartbreaks, you'd love to tell us in the comment section how you did it, what you did, and how it all turned out for you. The first thing that you would want to do is that you'd love to accept the situation. Tell yourself that it's over and you do not have control over this issue as much as you'd want to. Getting to accept that the relationship is over is something that is so difficult for a lot of people. I won't blame them. You've been in a relationship with somebody for the longest period of time. You've invested your time, you've invested your energy, you've invested your finances. You've probably had to, get down with the person, and out of the blues, he or she comes and tells you that I'm no longer interested in you. I'm no longer interested in this relationship with you. And some people are so callous and so, harsh about the way they even tell you that they are no longer interested in the relationship with you. So when you sit down and, begin to think of all these things, it's just so hard to come to the reality that this relationship is over. Maybe this person has been telling you sweet nonsense from the longest time, has been, you see, you've had the moments, whether you like it or not, where you sat down, you thought about the future, you've planned for the future, the number of kids you're going to have, the vacations you were going to take. We all did these things. We've all had that relationship where we thought was the relationship that was going to we're going to take to the next stage. We've sat down, we've planned, we've done so many outrageous things for this relationship. So how and where do we get the strength to accept that this relationship is over? Sweetheart, wherever that strength is, you just have to get it and accept it. Because the truth about the matter is that there is nothing you are going to do that is going to bring this person back to you. He or she has obviously made up his or her mind that they are no longer interested in the relationship. And for all you know, that person is probably dating somebody somewhere else. So however painful it is, draw strength from within, draw strength from anywhere, and tell yourself that this relationship is over. I do not have controls over that person's feelings. I do not have control over that person's emotions. I do not even control the person. So there's no way when he or she has made up their minds that they are going to come back. And of course, the golden truth is that our journey together has come to an end. It's over. Try as much as possible not to live in denial. This is almost like my previous point. Experience the pain. A lot of people find it very hard to experience this kind of pain. A lot of people don't want to even, go through the pain. They live in denial, and this denial makes them to ridicule themselves. Every minute they pick up their phone, stalking the person. Now that we are living in a very digital world, every minute they are on his or her, social media platform page. They are sending messages left, right, center. They are he or she gets to block them. They go and create another, page and start stalking that person. You cannot you cannot force your way into the hearts of somebody who doesn't want you anymore. He or she has called off the relationship and is probably balling somewhere else, and you're here living in self-pity, living in self-denial, refusing to face the pain. You see, the truth about this thing is that if you do not face the pain now, it's going to be there for you, because by the time you come to the reality that this person is no longer interested in you, that's when you start feeling the pain more. So why don't you just face the pain now and come out of that delusion or that fantasy that you are still in the relationship with this person. My dear, if you tell yourself that you're still in the relationship with that person, you are dating yourself, because the person has moved on. So try as much as possible to feel the pain. Try, and next thing you'd want to do is that you'd want to distract yourself. Yes, you'd want to distract yourself. And I know you're going to be asking me, so how are we going to distract ourselves when we can't even concentrate? Whoever told you that you cannot concentrate? You're not concentrating on the things that matter because you want to be thinking about that person. See, when a relationship is over, if you are able to accept the fact that this person says he's no longer interested, she's no longer interested in the relationship, when you accept it, it's going to be easy for you to distract yourself, because at this point in time you're going to be telling yourself that she says she doesn't want the relationship, he says he doesn't want the relationship. So what am I going to do? I've probably begged, I've probably asked to know what my wrongs were. I probably even asked that I've probably even told him that, or told her I'm ready to change, but the person says they're no longer interested. So you've done everything that is humanly possible from your own end, and the person says he or she doesn't want to get back to you. So when you're able to accept it, go through the pain, when it comes to distracting yourself from the thoughts of this person, it's going to be a little bit easy for you to do that. So now, how do you want to distract yourself? My dear, if you have friends, these are the times you'd want to hang out with them. You might not necessarily want to be going out at this period because you're still a little bit sore, but trust me, go out. It will do more healing than damage. Your mind is going to be, occupied with various things outside, unlike when you're sitting down at home and have to be thinking about the person every now and then. So go out. If you're at work, try as much as possible to find the strength to be cheerful. Try as much as possible to give everything you are doing at work your 100% attention. So look for ways that you could distract your mind from that person. Go out with your friends, go out with your family members, hang out with anybody who's going to make you feel good, not anybody who's going to chastise you or condemn you or criticize your acts. You wouldn't want anybody who's going to be adding more coal to the fire. Rather, you want people who understand basically what you've gone through, and even if they were not comfortable with the relationship, because we know that most of us did get into relationships that friends and families were not really comfortable with, but because we found what we were looking for in that person, we continued with that relationship. So at this moment, you'd want to be with families or friends that, like I said, did not like it, but are able to understand whatever pain it is you're going through. Get the idea off your head that two of you would ever come back together. Like I said, getting over a breakup is not the easiest thing that you would expect somebody to be able to do. Even those people who are so super strong, you'll be shocked that heartbreak gets the best out of them. So you see, sometimes even when you've gotten over the reality that the relationship is over, there's a time when you just feel that, we could work this thing out, we could get over whatever it is. Sweetheart, I know you'd want to get back to that person. I know you want to get back to that lady. I know you want to get back to that guy. But you're going to be doing yourself more good if you just, concentrate and tell yourself that we are never going to get back to each other. Yeah, tell yourself so that even in the long run, it doesn't happen. You already knew from within that whatever it is that happened between both of us had ended. Don't go start dreaming or planning and expecting that he or she is going to come back. They're not going to, find some kind of joy or peace wherever they go. And that's one mistake that a lot of us do. We start thinking that the new person our partner has, our ex has met, it's not going to be as good as us. Whoever told you are the best thing after Coca-Cola? You're good, yes, but there are other good people outside. Don't look at it that you're the finest of them all, so he's not going to find some fine chick outside, or you're the most buoyant financially of them all and she's not going to find somebody else. Don't say that. No matter the good qualities you have, someone somewhere also has those good qualities and maybe even more than what you think you have. So get it off your head that both of you are ever going to, come back together. The reason why you'd want to get this over your head is that once you remove it from your mind or your mentality or your whole being, you're going to be open to explore other possible relationships that will be coming your way. So get it off, accept it, like I said. Another thing you don't want to do is, comparing yourself to other relationships out there. A lot of us, when we are in these heartbreaks, we tend to look at it that we are actually the cause of the heartbreak. We don't look at it in the sense that whatever we had with that person just naturally had to come to an end. Some of us just start feeling that we were not good enough, we did not meet expectations or whatever. So most times when we see other couples, we start, especially happy couples, we start comparing ourselves with them, looking at how good the relationship is. Remember that the grass that looks green on the other side had a reason for it being green on the other side. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that that green you're seeing is actually green. Forget it, okay? So back to what I was saying. Don't compare yourself with that relationship that you see out there moving swiftly. No two people are the same. Those two couples, their temperaments, their characters are obviously different from what you have or what your ex did have. So a situation whereby you're comparing yourself with them will not do you any good. And the funny part of the thing is that all that glitters ain't no gold. So those people might be glittering, but you never know till you're close to them. The last thing, but not the least, that you'd want to do is that you'd want to trust yourself that the future has something positive there for you. Yes, no matter the bad times that you've been through, no matter how good the relationship looked and felt and obviously has come to an end, don't kill yourself, don't ridicule yourself, don't lash out at yourself and say that you were the worst out of the bunch. Just be positive and focused and tell yourself that everything that happened in that relationship happened for a reason, and truly you're not as bad as you were made to feel. You're not the condemned. Just be positive and be expectant that the future will bring something that you are looking for, something that is going to make you smile once again. So this is basically everything I have to say, and of course there are a lot of things that you could do to go through this phase. So if anyone of you out there has actually been through a breakup and you made it worth it for you at the end of the day, dive into the comment section and tell us tips or ways that you use to handle your situation at the moment. A lot of us would want to go through or walk through those steps and make this breakup easy for us, so that at the end of the day we'll walk into the future expectant and we'll get the fruit of our labor.